right? So you have to hate it. Now, just very quickly, we will talk about more of this as we go on. It says what to do to stir up. How do we know when we're stirred up? Okay, there's two other things that I will mention to you. One is there's stirring up and there's building up. Okay? You stir up the gift that is in you. Now, that's not talking about one of the 9 gifts. Anytime it says the gift, he didn't say stir up a gift in you. He said stir up the gift in you. And anytime it says the gift, it always refers to the gift of the Holy Ghost. So what you're stirring up is not a gift, it is the gift of the Holy Ghost that you have in you, right? Now you stir up, and you can do that by several ways. One is praying in tongues, that's a good one. Another is reading the Word. Another one is preaching the Word. You can't, generally, I hope you can't preach without getting stirred up, right? Because believe me, if you can preach without getting stirred up, ain't nobody you're preaching to getting stirred up. Okay? That's what John Wesley used to say. And they said, how do you attract such large crowds? He said, I just set myself on fire and they come watch me burn. All right? So, but we need to realize you can stir yourself up, speaking to yourself. Well, actually what he says too, is that he says also you must build yourself up in your most holy faith, praying in the Holy Ghost. All right? Now, so you can build yourself. There's building up and there's stirring up. Stirring up is for an emergency. It's for a crisis. It's for a now. Building up is for maintenance. You should not have to get stirred up if you're built up. Right? Because when you get built up, it should be at this level. Right? And then, now let's say you're here. And there's a problem that comes along. Then you have to get stirred up. And the stirring up goes beyond what you're built up to get the problem solved. But then usually it dies back down because you're here. And so, but see, imagine if you could live built up to the point where you could never tell when you got stirred up. Amen? Now, what we call this revival. When you get stirred up beyond what you're built up, we call that revival. Right? That's not. What that is that's revealing how backslid you were. Right? I like William Booth. He said, I'm not looking for a move of God. I am a move of God. Amen? We don't need to get, I'm telling you, I'm not looking for revival. I am revival. I live revived. I stay revived. Let me tell you, the best thing you'll ever do is take responsibility for people. Because the minute you start taking responsibility for people, you'll realize you can't afford an off day. You can't afford to wake up cold to God. You can't live just any way you want to live. Well, I'll put it this way. I am living the way I want to live. Right? I'm drinking all the alcohol I want to drink. Smoking all the dope I want to smoke. Right? And you know what that means? I ain't drinking and I ain't smoking. Why? Because I don't want to. I found something way better. Right? Now, I have to say that by faith because I've never drank, I've never tasted alcohol, and I've never smoked dope. So I don't know. But I do know this, that I'm living the way I want to.